Hello, it's Jacob again, and today I'm going to be doing, obviously, more 4x4 videos, but what this video is specifically is first 3 cross edges. And so, the reason I'm doing this video specifically is because I think something that really helped me improve from about 48 to 42 seconds, I think one of the big changers in that was that my cross edges got a lot more efficient. And then from 42 to 38, I just started actually looking ahead, and I became so fluent with like speed optimal solutions for the cross edges that I just could look ahead really easily and have ridiculously efficient solutions simultaneously, which is what allowed me to get sub 40, or at least get really fast at that step. And so right now I'm averaging around 36, and the amount of time, it usually takes me around 3 seconds to do first 2 centers, and then this step takes me around 5 seconds, probably. Maybe a little bit longer because of the transition time, and because I'm kind of trying to influence my last 4 centers throughout this step, but if I just tried to just grind it, I'm pretty sure I could do it sub 5. Anyways, so I'm gonna get a scramble going, and then I'll solve first 2 centers, and then we'll do first 3 cross edges walkthroughs together. And then if there's anything interesting, I'll point it out to you. So yeah, centers done. I'm going to default to white because that's what I do unless I have some sort of preservation thing that I've done. And what I'd probably do first would be just this and this. So here it's just, I can set it up to here, can hide this, and then move this to 1 move away, and then solve it. And then what I noticed was that this pairs with, oh, where did it go? It's back here now. Oh, doing this through the viewfinder is very awkward. But this is also really easy. So blue and white, R, U, R, U prime. So just setting it up with R so that they're opposite to each other, and then U pair, U prime. Then, how would I do this? Probably U2, L2. U prime. And then, first thing I noticed is that as I was doing that, I've got this and this, but that's irrelevant. So, as you can see, this isn't a very complicated or interesting video. It's just me showing you how I do first 3 cross edges. Yeah. So, first thing I notice is this and this, which are just U, R, F prime, and then this, I could do this, the blue and white, but then, unless I do like an L2, which is, unless I do an L2, which is awkward because of the way that I'm holding the cue, which was like this, I could do something like that, but that's weird. I could do that, but I could also just do R prime, F, R2, U. And then that leaves this pretty much in the same position, and it has this center for me, so I can do R2, and then do that. Wow, these centers are really nice. I'll probably do 6 or 7 walkthroughs, and then give you some interesting cases that you should know, because normally you solve them really terribly, but I'll give you a nice way to solve it. So here, first thing I notice is this. I'd probably only get this if I preserved it from first 2 centers, but whatever. And as I'm doing that, instead of doing U, and then like F2 to pair these two, I'd probably do something like U prime, R prime, like that. Sorry if you didn't catch that. Shoot. Yeah, so instead of just putting that in, I'd probably do something like, so to pair that, and then that's just as easy to insert. And then here, these two are just R, U, R prime, and then B. Oops, thought I solved that. So yeah. Here, nice case. These are the same, so I can do R, and then R2, F prime. And so what I did is that I paired that with 1 move, and then I took the remaining green piece, out of the way, and then inserted that, and then brought it back, and then that was just 1 move to pair this. In case you didn't get that, I'll probably get another example like that at some point. Then these two are just one move, like that. And then less for centers. So as you can see, rarely is my solution more than 3 or 4 moves, and I'm usually transitioning quite smoothly into the next one in terms of move count and canceling things. I obviously don't do this quite as much during my speed cells, but I try to, obviously, because during my speed cells I tend to be just focusing more on not pausing, because there was a period when I averaged around 42 when I did this, where I would like not think about like pausing or anything, and I would just focus exactly on, as I am now, just being really, really optimal, or at least speed optimal, and I ended up pausing a lot, and I don't think that it's feasible to do it this much, but the goal of this video is not to show you exactly how I solve, but rather really cool tips and tricks in terms of solving first 3 cross edges. Yeah. So here, this and this are just U2, R2, except that's already solved, so I do U prime L and U prime, R2, U prime. So if I've got that, and then these two, instead of doing U2, R2, which is what I would normally do, U prime, L, U prime, and I did an L instead of an L prime because this goes right next to it like that. Then this is U, R, U prime, this and this. So now I'll give you some neat tips and tricks for random cross-edge thingies. First of all, something that you should be trying to do, let's ignore this, instead of doing, like, here, for the red and white, down there, instead of doing R prime U R, and then inserting it here, you can just do B R B, which you might think sounds really, really slow because B moves, but it's not as slow as you think, and you can kind of do a half rotation and it'll be good. Trick there. I guess the main tip in that scenario would be conscientious of where the cross edge that you're making goes relative to where the other cross edges are, because you should modify your solutions to said cross edge depending on where it goes. For example, there I saved like 2 moves because I did a B insert instead of an R insert, because it goes in the B position versus the U position. These two, like that. You could do something like RF2, R2U, or you could just do R2, U2, R prime. So here, R2, or, I guess, R2, U2, R2, like that. So, that's much better than what you're probably doing. Here, this kind of sucks as a case. If you have this, the orange and white, the colors are kind of bad on the camera, but whatever. If you have this case, and the piece goes where this one is, you should probably just do that. Because if you have a good cube where the inner layers don't lock up, then it'll be fine. But, if you have it here, then you should do because you can do that really fast. And then R prime U. So yeah. There really aren't that many complicated cases. There's more just the general idea to take away that you can hide, because you're going to be hiding pieces and then pairing them. Like here, if you have this case, you're going to be hiding using the wide R slice. So hide, insert, unhide. But if you've got a case like this, and it goes here for, like, let's say that this were the green edge and it goes back there, you'd be hiding using the outer slice. Oh yeah, and a quick thing that I probably should have mentioned at the beginning of the video is that you can solve your cross, like, incorrectly, like, and then solve it with the final cross edge by doing that, and then pushing it out of the way and inserting it back. Like, you can do that, but I feel like it requires a fair bit of thought, and, like, kind of gets awkward solving the cross incorrectly, and so I suppose you could do one or the other, but I think most of the time you're just going to be better off just solving the cross just correctly in the very beginning, and then, because then you can do insert, like, cool stuff like that, and moving the field like that. Or if you do it on the right, you have cases like And I think that most of the time you're going to be better off like that, although when you have cases like this, of course you're going to be wishing that you solve your cross wrong, because then you can just do that. And then you'll have the solved cross if you had solved it incorrectly in the beginning. But, yeah, you should solve your cross correctly from the start. So, I wonder if I think of any more tips and tricks, they'll be edited in, but I hope that you guys found this video helpful. I hope that you kind of have a better understanding about how to find optimal solutions for, or speed optimal solutions for thirsty cross edges. And I hope you found the tips and trick thingies useful, and I hope you guys can improve because of this. Alright, thanks for watching.